Hi guys, this is your boy Emmanuel Ajmaibadu. Go on YouTube and subscribe to Sahara Football. Cheers.
Welcome back to the channel. This is Sahara Football. Welcome to the page. And as I'm sure you've already seen, you've reacted to Otto Addo has spoken after Ghana's loss to Sudan and possibly subsequently not making it into the African Cup of Nations. He, however, remains optimistic. But today we're going to talk about Thomas Partey along with some other players. Salisu, we've heard, is injured and all that. Looking forward to the weekend. Mo Salisu is injured. Cannot be part of AS Monaco's team for this weekend. But the conversation is about Thomas Partey. His supposed lack of commitment. I'll not be doing this alone. Delali is here with me. Delali, initial thoughts on the whole Thomas Partey situation.
I think it should have been pretty much straightforward because it's more like a player who didn't show up. Like we had a game, the player was injured, he didn't show up for a Ghana Black Stars match, and his coach is saying he's fit to come and play. Straightforward. Like ideally, it should be straightforward, no issues, no drama around it. But I think we are it have become a bit more dramatic because of the conversations around his absence, and I blame a couple of us for some of the commentaries we made, and that's what has escalated it. Because he played for Arsenal. Kai Havertz didn't go and play for Germany, but are you hearing this kind of information, like this kind of news around Kai Havertz not being committed to the national team? Because you see, when Partey didn't show up, there were people who were coming out with inside info, claiming that they have inside information, stating that Partey didn't show up
because of so and so and so.
Good. So when you do that, when you come out with such an information, and then the player comes back fit in few weeks times, people will just connect. Good. People will just connect the dots and say, "Oh,
okay, so you were not really."
Yes, you said that the player is not in because he has like personal issues, like he's not comfortable with the environment, and he is fit. And it's not like it took him 1 month to be fit. It just took him basically 1 week to be fit.
Yeah.
So you are basically making it even uncomfortable, even if the player is saying the truth or not, because of the commentary that has come out. The commentary that preceded his absence, it has made it obvious and is like emphasizing on the player not coming because there's a reason, not because he's not fit. You see.
So you are comparing it to Kai Havertz situation. I don't think we can do that. Kai Havertz,
no, I'm not.
We're playing a Nations League, which
I'm just saying that
a glorified friendly.
Like
so
I'm just saying that Kai Havertz didn't show up. Like it's not like only one player didn't. It's not like Partey, the only Partey will no show up for his club, like for international games. It's something that happens around the world.
Yeah.
Like some players, they'll be walking around. Like footballers can get injured like in so many ways. That's fine.
It's not about the injury per se, but if you follow the story, you hear that Henry said, and I quote him, that they tried to get him to come.
Arsenal said
the player said he's not comfortable sitting in an airplane to come all the way. And many people were saying that then we should have jumped or used or forced his hand. I'm not.
No, I'm not.
I don't subscribe to that. So all this is not just that people are saying Partey this, Partey that, but I think it's not just about also the rumors. It's about the facts of the matter being that he did not feel comfortable coming in for the FA to assess him.
The FA says that.
So there was a question mark
the
on
FA
that.
says, how you see, that's what I'm saying, that the facts. So let's look at the facts. The head coach called Thomas Partey.
Yeah.
He spoke with the FA press. He spoke with the Arsenal replied that Partey is injured.
He's injured. He can't come.
The FA tried to push and say, let Partey come for us to assess him. And then Arsenal came back to write to the FA that the player is not comfortable traveling for certain hours to come for the assessment. And then the technical team decided and said that, if the player is not comfortable and this back and forth, then don't let the player come, because he's just coming to occupy somebody's space and you get the best out of him, which is good. Immediately that came, then we had people who came out to say that they have inside information. You see, so they came out to say, we have inside information. And the inside information is because Partey don't want to come because he's not comfortable with the environment and the situation. And even when we lost the game, we lost to Sudan and we drew at home. After we it looks like we have failed to qualify for the AFCON, there's been more conversation of people saying that some of the players are not comfortable with the dressing room. That's why they are not coming. You see, so then if someone comes out to say this, people that have made us believe that they have sources.
Yeah.
They come out to say that some of the players are not comfortable with the Black Stars dressing room. That's why they are not showing up.
Yeah.
And then 2 days to Arsenal's game, someone like Partey is fit.
Okay.
What? Like, you get what I mean?
So the narrative is like we set him up more or less.
The narrative has set Partey up. And people should quote me anyway. I'm telling you here.
That's the reason.
The narrative has set the boy up. Because if you create an impression that some players are not happy with the Black Stars like camp or whatever it is, even if the guy is genuinely injured, people would quickly assume that he's one of the players that are not happy with. And it's not even about only Partey. Even to next match day, Kudus is not fit. And he doesn't show up. And we play another match, and the next day he is fit to play for West Ham United. The narrative will also fit that same, because we have created an impression. There's a conversation out there that some of the Black Stars players
don't want to play for the national team,
and no, forget about don't want to play. they don't like the environment. So if someone pulls out last minute, quickly now it fits the narration. So this one, it be the narration that the people who have the sources, they have set them. True. The people who have the sources, they then set the boy up for this kind of conversation. If nobody come out can talk, say people don't like if somebody comes out, nobody came out to say that
this is what's happening in camp and all that.
Yes, we will just move ahead and let's look at the classic example is the narration that Azizigi and Jordan are fighting. Yeah. The next time we call them Black Stars and Jordan, or if you see the two of them and they meet and they don't shake each other,
then we have created
the narration. So,
so you are trying to say that it's possible that there's no truth in the narration or the narratives being created.
It's possible that one, Partey is genuinely injured. But because of the narration out there, it's fitting the story.
Yeah, so it's hard for people to understand that as a captain of a country like Ghana.
That's the thing.
And at this crucial moment in time, especially we are not qualifying for the AFCON. We've lost and drawn versus Sudan. Know his importance to the team and what he brings onto the table. It's so difficult to understand that he could not make the flight. Sometimes players don't play, but they are in camp with his teammates, and they
so
can.
For me,
I personally didn't get that part from Thomas Partey. I understand you can be injured. Maybe the flight would have made the injury worse. I don't know. I'm not a medical person.
So I was about to come to my personal opinion.
So what do you think about that?
My personal opinion. I think looking at how important
the game was,
and the fact that he's currently the new leader of a relatively younger squad, I would have expected him to travel down and come be with the team. It's not really about playing or being part of the squad. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Or like being part of the traveling team.
Yeah.
Like he could have just traveled to Ghana, see the technical team, and let them really know what is going on.
As simple as that. So this gives more credence to the inside.
That's what I thought. I mean, all the thing is like so. The thing set up good. For the narrations
that are going around. Yeah.
Yes. And so for me, in my opinion, I think he should have because Arsenal obviously didn't want him to play.
Thank you.
But flying wouldn't have been a problem. So I think Partey should have just come down. Even if it be say Arsenal they threaten you.
Yeah.
Come have a conversation with the coaches and let them
understand.
Charlie, my contract they can't end. If you get me there, I'll go play give the national team. But these people maybe, I'm not saying they are, but I'm just making hypothetical statement.
Yeah.
These people are saying that if I play, this thing will happen. So,
like he should have come.
Yes, he should have made an effort.
He should have just come.
Yes, in my opinion,
but,
he should have.
But hey, it has happened.
And
for those that are saying that it's probably time to move on from Thomas Partey, to find a replacement for him and all that, I am of the opinion, I've always been of the opinion that you shouldn't call players
who are not ready to play. That one.
Because first of all, those who are saying that we should implement the FIFA rules about all that to force him to come, I for one don't subscribe to that, because it's like you are forcing him.
No, it's not really forcing. If you want to, if football, and you know FIFA where you go control the ball. Put the person say no go play.
Where you put them inside there, you know go work.
Yeah,
so do you think it's time to move on from him? Next caller probably Otto should omit him. Like, what do you think about that impression that he's creating and the general consensus being that?
I want to give Partey the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
I think first of all, he needs to have a conversation with the coaches. Let them know that everything that happens, like, if he's not responsible for it, he should let the coaches know that he's not responsible for it. He should have a man-to-man conversation with them. Let them know that, like, he's a special talent.
Yeah.
Any day, if he's like,
he's not paying him that much, and they want him on their books, and they're blocking.
He hasn't really
gone
gone
country and
passes. But they can give us at least 2 years, like 2 solid years, 2 years of high quality football for the national team. You can question whether we get the best out of him or not, but that doesn't. Like, one day he can play and score hat-trick for you. That's quality footballer. Obviously, he's a quality footballer. But whether he will come back into the team, I think it will be dependent on him. Otto Addo and the technical team and everybody, they are human beings. And even we Ghanaians can probably be human beings. That's why we are worried. Because Charlie, you be Ghanaian, come play ball, give him a qualify, come. He needs to have a conversation with the coaches. Let them know, let Otto Addo know why he didn't show up.
Let them understand what
exactly. Let them know what's going on. If indeed you were injured, if indeed you weren't, like, and I know for sure that Partey will not just wake up in the morning and say, I'm not coming to play for Ghana. There may be a reason that he may not communicate. He can't communicate it in the public, but he can communicate it to the coaches. Let them know.
Squash all this talk
because
happening.
Otto Addo is somebody who has worked in Europe, worked in a high, like, performing team like Dortmund, so he knows this kind of politics that will prevent
a player from coming.
Good. So let him know that, Charlie, the match, like, I won't come over, but this be the team. You know,
but we used to say probably he hasn't done that.
So that's what I'm saying. So if he has, I just have to, yes, exactly.
Conjecture, yeah.
So that I will not just wake up and say Partey should not come back again. Obviously, I won't do that. But I am just saying that he needs to have a conversation with the coaches.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Let them appreciate the situation
at hand. Yeah.
They are human beings. They will understand, and they should move away from the PR things. Stick to the narrative. Like, you can't change the narration anywhere. The guy no come. That be
your bottom line. He no come.
Yes. So you can't turn the narrative unless you go come and can't always say Arsenal no make you come. See, and that one too, you can't do it.
You can't do it. No way in hell.
And the narration is also in a direction that come because really they like the
country
because
and the environment. There's the toxic environment.
Yes. So media, what I think he needs to do. He should quickly have a conversation with the coaches. If he has solid, have a conversation with the coaches, the technical team, and even the playing body. Let them know that this and this and this is what did happen. Because there are some players in the team, then they learn from you. So, example, Ibrahim Suleiman, he can't play. You left Arsenal camp. Me, I can't play. We know win. Ghanaians they insult me. Next time, Fala match, they can't play. You get what I talk.
I understand.
Good. So even the players themselves, he needs to have a conversation with them.
Yeah.
Let them understand the situation at the hands. Like, he has to be. I think he has to own it up. It shouldn't be in any of the normal things. That's why you're the captain. When too much is given, much is expected.
Yeah.
Once you are the captain, you are not just only. You don't make decisions for only yourself, but also responsible for the group as a whole.
Yeah.
So for me, he needs to have a conversation with the coaches, DFA, the technical team, and even the playing bodies. Let them know
what is going on.
This is actually what happened. But I wish I would be around for us to play this game.
But I cannot.
But I couldn't. like wherever there's
and
situation,
if
let's do
I'm
our
sure
best to
if he
salvage
had
the
done that,
situation.
Henry would have said it in that interview. Where
No,
he
you know, do that one there.
Yeah,
like,
you know, do,
but
you
I'm
know,
just
do,
talking
yeah,
about moving
yeah,
forward.
yeah, yeah.
'Cause-
So I think it's unfortunate
Yes,
the impression
yes,
being created.
yes.
But before we go, we touch on Otto Addo and his comments after the match yesterday. Many people were saying you are looking to Sudan to slip up when you could have beaten them yourself. Why are you bringing out? You are annoying us. What were your impression on Otto Addo's conclusions following 2 days of reflection?
First of all,
on
it's
everything.
good. First of all, it's good that
Came out
that video
with that
came out.
video, yeah.
And also salute to Henry Dems for doing it. I think after the game, like I think it should be a day after the game because he was a bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
That one you can analyze the issue
Yeah.
with no emotions. I think I'm going to be honest. I watched the first 8 minutes, so later to the end, most of them are text that I've read, and I also don't like reading the text because some of them
Context.
are maybe, out of context.
Agenda
So,
boys.
exactly. So I'm going to make my comment based on the first 40 minutes where he talked about the team and a couple of things. The first one he mentioned, I think he talked about Sudan. And you know, when you check the text, it looks like people are creating an impression like he was disrespecting Sudan. He didn't appreciate. No, he initially congratulated
them,
Sudan
yeah.
and let them know that they deserve it. Otto Addo has always had respect for
Kwesi
Kwesi
Appiah,
Appiah.
yeah.
He has
He's
always
always
said
said it
yes,
consistently, yeah.
consistently that he likes Kwesi Appiah, even as a man.
Yeah, as a
He's
human
very
being,
solid
yeah.
guy. So I think he has that respect for him. And Sudan, obviously, they won. To the national team, I think there are some few things he mentioned that were very important. The fact that they were not good enough. And,
no one can run away from
yes,
that.
They were not good enough, and we feel, and he also admitted that once we fail to win our home games,
we will not.
it became very
qualify.
difficult. Exactly. And once you don't win your home games, automatically the away games become difficult. Like
Yeah.
it becomes a must win.
Yeah, and you put more pressure on yourself.
And it affects the approach to you're going to play. I think another thing that he mentioned or he talked about was also the fact that the rest of the games we need to win.
It's imperative.
And then it's because, first of all, once we are not the two games we are just playing keke, no, we may approach those games with we don't go
nothing at stake sort of,
and it will affect even our performance on how we're going to play. And for me, I think he talked about it, and that's why he said that we need to win our games
yeah.
so that we'll be there when Sudan slips
Slip up.
I watched the video, and I don't think he was trying to say that
Sudan will slip up
and will qualify. No, I think he was just trying to.
I personally felt he shouldn't have said that because I don't think
Maybe he shouldn't have added.
It's something
Yes.
we all hope for, but we don't say it out loud, especially
We shouldn't have.
considering the fact that you just played them twice and couldn't get a result from them.
I think he should have. If you watch the video,
Yeah.
I get to the impulse of what he was trying to say. What he was trying to say is that you are playing 4 matches. Like you are playing, you have 2 matches left to play.
Yeah.
You just have to win the games, at least for the purpose of showing respect to the competition and the national team.
Our team, yeah.
That's what he was trying to say. Whether Sudan slips or not, Sudan can slip and Niger will come and take it
over,
away.
yeah.
But all that he was trying to communicate was that we need to still approach the game with confidence. And also, he's the coach. He can't come out and come and say
That we will give up.
that it's over. We
It's
have
over,
given
we
up.
have given up.
He's the leader of.
they make sense.
He's going for war. He's the commander in chief. He's going for war with his soldiers.
Then he will give up.
Then he says, yeah. Even if he calls the players to come and play, the players will not show up. So I think, like, if you are being honest, Otto Addo cannot, even if Akawa much kind, he can't come out and
say that we are giving up. It's the end of the road,
exactly.
sort of.
But if you still go ahead and listen to him, he's still talking about our level and
Currently.
good. And he talked about it, and that's the most important bit.
thing, yeah.
Where we need to be, and
We need to be real.
Because I needed, that's one thing, the coach, the technical team, the players, the FA, and everybody around the team that makes the decision needs to admit
We're not rich.
where we are. It's not about we know rich level. We need to admit our level, our situation. I've always said that solving problem, one of the first thing you need to do is to identify the problem and know that a
Accept
problem
that
exists.
You have a problem. Thank you.
Good. Once you accept that the thing exists,
You
there
can
you
now
look for the solutions to
it.
solve it. And for me, I think he said that from the World Cup to the AFCON, we've been declining. So realistically, we are on a decline.
The World Cup was a mini high. Then
Yes,
it came down.
and
again.
he said that we were lucky to
We were
qualify for
lucky
the World
to
Cup.
qualify for the World Cup.
Apart from that, we've been on a
Sharp decline.
exactly. So he, as the coach, there's a job there for him to at least make sure that the ship that is sinking
Doesn't go so low.
exactly. He makes it start floating
Yeah.
and start surviving the team. And for me, that's the most important bit. Yeah, AFCON is out. It doesn't mean that we won't play football again.
Yeah.
We are going to play.
Yeah.
What is he and his technical team going to do this time around? Moving on.
Yeah.
Everybody around the team needs to be responsible on that level.
Yeah.
No gaslighting.
No libby, no laba.
We need to be realistic
And honest with ourselves.
and communicate that clearly to the general public and the fans. And maybe Otto Addo does that, but it's just because our expectations are clouded by what he's saying. So, in most times, he has said we would play well, but we won't be able to guarantee the results. But playing well will bring the results. Sometimes it does. Most cases it does.
Yeah.
And also, we are building a team.
Yeah.
What are we communicating? And I think maybe it needs to come from the FA. Communicate that also to the general public that we know that
we have messed up.
In the last
3
from
tournaments.
2019, 2021,
From 2019, we've not won an AFCON game. One win. Our last win came in 2019.
Yes, we are on a mission of, at this point, our performance at the African Cup of Nations have not been good
At all.
We are rebuilding a team. We are rebuilding the national team. Ghanaians, be patient with us
And have realistic expectations.
and let's have a realistic expectation. Okay, this time around we are looking at we are not qualifying. We failed to qualify for the AFCON. We would do everything possible to qualify for the World Cup because the World Cup has a lot of games left.
Yeah.
But we'll qualify for the World Cup. It may not be easy.
Yeah.
Because the team no reach.
Yeah.
So that if you go lose to Comoros, people no go get
Angry with you because you've made it clear.
Yes. For me, I think it's very, very important, especially when you are leading people. Communicating to them clearly the situation on grounds. But if you start the gaslight them, give them false hope.
And then that comment sometimes that it's not over mathematically, blah, blah, blah.
Those things.
Understand as a coach, you have to be positive.
As for the coach, he will say
has
those
to be
things. But I'm just saying that there should be an official communication that speaks exactly what our level now, what we are doing to get it to at least a decent level. Because now we did very on the low.
We are on the low.
And for not gaslight each other and create an impression like we are not.
Most Aliso is out with injury.
Yeah, I think that muzzle.
Yeah, that muzzle pull at the end versus Sudan. I think it was a bit too much for
those
them.
guys were playing on the high. Like,
I think in a month's time we go again. What do you expect from the final 2 games? I know probably you would want Ghana to win the final 2 games. We all want Ghana to win the final 2 games. But in terms of accepting that we need to rebuild, what are you looking to see that will give you an indication that okay, we are rebuilding from those 2 games? What are you expecting a win? Are you expecting a good game? What are you expecting in those final 2 games before we go?
What I'm going to say is that yes, we are rebuilding.
Yeah.
It shows clearly when it comes to the squad and the names of the people Otto Addo calls. Like that one day, I'll give it to him. He has done very well when it comes to rebuilding the squad and getting calling the young players. The other thing, we need to approach all the 2 games with all the respect we can
And
give
seriousness, yeah.
Because we also need to prepare for the match
World Cup
qualifiers. So I expect him to at least play something that will give us confidence.
And hope,
because the opponents we are going to play, they need the results. So it means that they will show up and come and play against
Yeah, they
you.
will.
So if you go settle down, then we'll score you 4-5.
5-0.
So it means that you need to also give
We are
them.
playing Angola first.
Yes, and
Angola,
Angola.
Angola don't need it. They are qualified. 12.
They have, but Sudan also come in. So it's possible that Sudan can come and
Overtake them.
Yes, and be the first place. It's possible. Because at this point, they're also scared. Anything could happen. Sudan qualify.
But they have essentially qualified.
Yes, by extension of
but,
points.
But,
That's fine. But doesn't mean
the
that
top
they'll
spot is
exactly.
not theirs yet. Okay.
But it doesn't mean that they will just come and play Ghana and
then relax and all
so,
that.
so they will come and play you, and it's an away game too. So if you go lose, God, they will score you 4.
Then
that means
your body have you.
good. Then that means we are in our
dead and gone.
good. So I think compete,
Try to win.
yes, play the game. Let the Ghanaians know that perhaps you lost to Sudan, but you are doing something right. Then Mokos,
Otto Addo, the man to lead us all the way.
he has a 3-year contract.
Yeah, so you want him to fulfill the 3 years.
I've told you that the job he's doing is very big, honestly, because when it comes to experience-wise, leading the rebuilding of a national team,
things.
for him, it's tough. But as I said the other time, I would want him to play the AFCON qualifiers, finish up with it, and then if the performance is good, because at least he has shown to us that he can at least do some basic things, which is bold decisions, rebuilding the team, making some bold decisions. Once the coaching becomes right, there will be no need to change him.
Okay, that's interesting. Thank you so much. And let us know what you think about the Thomas Partey situation and Coach Otto Addo's comments on Ghana's game versus Sudan and subsequent possible non-qualification for AFCON 2025. I'll see you guys at the next one. Enjoy your weekend. Let us know your thoughts.